The Nobel Award-winning writer, Octavio Paz, once noted that the word thank you has an equivalent in every language. And today I say, Kesenom. Thank you for granting me once again the honor of being with you at the CPAC. Muchas gracias for standing firm in these times of hardship. I come from Paraguay, a land of principles and values, a nation that cherishes freedom, sovereignty, and the defense of its faith. Our Constitution recognizes and defends life from the moment of conception, a fact that as a doctor I recognize as an undeniable biological truth. From conception, a new life begins. Though fed and protected by his mother, it's a new life distinct from her. It holds within the full genetic code to become, with time and care, perhaps one of you or me. Our Constitution also upholds and protects the family, our first school, and the fundamental cell of our society, and defines marriage as the union between one man and one woman. But we do not defend these values because they are written in our Constitution. They were written there because they were first carved in the hearts of the Paraguayan people. We declared the Chamber of Deputies as a pro-life and pro-family institution, and in this way ensure that the laws and the public policies established there are guided with the moral clarity that these times so urgently demand. We defend private property and uphold the sacred right that a man and a woman have to enjoy with their families the fruits of their hard-earned labor. For years, we have endured a heavy bombardment from foreign ideologies that threaten life, family, our very identity and faith. And yet, we have held the line, standing as a wall of defense for our principles. From across the ocean, we watch as courageous nations like Hungary also held their banners high, resisting the encroachment of ideas that thought to consume us. It is impossible not to celebrate the shift we see is taking place in the world, with Washington as one of the epicenters of this historic change, and the hopeful rise of what we call the empire of common sense. But it would be unfair not to recognize those who stood firm even before this turning tide, those who resisted the storms, the headwinds, and the relentless assault meant to break their resolve. We stand with the brave people of Hungary, who never wavered in their defense of freedom, even in the darkest moment. Congratulations, Hungary. We stand with CPAC, a beacon of light, a voice of truth, a shield for values and rallying point for all those who refuse to surrender their principles. We stand with Israel, a nation whose destiny is bound to ours, and we defend with unwavering conviction its right to live, to exist, and to protect its people. Our hearts remain with the innocent life still held captive, and we demand their immediate and safe release. Spanish sinks its anonymous roots deep into history, with centuries of immemorial legacy, but its foundation text, without any doubt, the monumental work of the great Cervantes, Don Quixote. Today, I wish to recall a phrase of that masterpiece, and I quote, "Freedom, Sancho, is one of the most precious gifts that heaven has bestowed upon mankind. With it, treasures that earth contains or sea conceals cannot be compared. For freedom, as for honor, one may and must risk one's life. Here at CPAC, I come to honor these words, spoken 5 centuries ago, yet more relevant than ever. Today, I call for freedom. Freedom from collectivist and socialist ideologies. Freedom for gender ideologies that seek to rewrite the very foundations of biology. Freedom for globalist ideologies that strive to impose the hell of uniformity. Freedom for the culture of death, as the great Pope John Paul II called it, freedom against abortion. Freedom for those who attack the family, the cornerstone of human society. Freedom of enterprise and market against the petty tyrants of the day who seek to suffocate the private initiative. We are convinced that we are standing at a turning point in the history of humanity. A generation of patriots is rising, armed with the truth and determined to fight in the battlefields of democracy, ready to reclaim the soul of our civilization. You can count on us in that fight for our God, for our homeland, and for our families. In the native language of my country, Aguille, Nadien Kesunu. Thank you.